I hate stereotypes, but this one hits pretty close to home.
Asian people, on the other hand, we love to brag about how little money we spent on something because the art is in the savings. You never pay full price.
It's only a matter of time before a YouTuber makes a video on their Tesla, but I want to provide actual value to you and not just low-key flex about my Tesla or copy and paste the same freaking Tesla accessories that every creator has covered. I'm going to walk you through everything I learned about how to save the most amount of money on your Tesla or EV in general. And we're gonna start with things that I haven't seen any other video mention. We'll start with financing. I am not a financial expert. I'm just sharing my personal research on how I save money because I'm genetically wired to do so as an Asian person. Auto loan interest rates right now are absurdly high, but I found an organization that offers interest rates that are 1% to 2% lower than everyone else out there, and that is the United States Senate Federal Credit Union, or USSFCU. Now, to be very clear, I am not affiliated with these guys. I stand to gain nothing by sharing this information with you all, except perhaps your subscription and thumbs up if you like this video. And 1% to 2% doesn't seem like much, but let's say you take out a $45,000 loan across the course of 60 months. Compared to competitors out there, you stand to save $1,000 to $3,000 over that loan with 1% to 2% lower interest rate. And just to show you what I did, I locked in back in May of 2023 a interest rate of 3.5%, which is absurdly low. Like back in May, interest rates were lower, but my friends who bought a Tesla around that same time, they locked in interest rates around 5 to 5.5%. One of these guys worked at a bank, and that bank that he took a loan out from, and they locked him at around 5%. So he was like, what? How is this possible? Now, again, since then, everyone has raised their interest rates thanks to the feds raising their interest rates. So USSFCU's minimum interest rate is 4.49, a little higher now, but still, compared to the rest, 1% to 2% better than most. There is a catch. USSFCU is an exclusive credit union reserved for Senate members and specific organizations, but I wouldn't be sharing this with you if this was some exclusive club, because there's a loophole so that anyone who's a US citizen or a US permanent resident can join. And this is perfectly legal. They advertise it on their own website. The way you do it is you go to a website called the AmericanConsumerCouncil.org. You click the Join Now button, you fill out the short application, then you can use the promo code USSFCU to waive the $8 membership fee, and then you complete the application process. You're then going to receive an email containing your VACC membership and then a certificate number as well. And then you go to USSFCU's website and then you hit Join Now and you put in that VACC membership information, which basically gives you permission to join the USSFCU credit union. Now, USSFCU is a credit union, or it's kind of like a bank, and so you do have to open a checking account with them. You have to deposit a minimum of $5. There's no like fees and stuff. You just put it in there and then you're good, right? And after you join the USSFCU, then you can apply for an auto loan. A couple caveats to keep in mind. One is that our economy is changing so fast, so this information may be irrelevant a month from now. So please apply and check out multiple loans, not just USSFCU. The second is that this process can take quite a bit of time. It took me from applying to American Consumer Council to getting approved for my loan. It took me a course of 5 business days. So make sure you get started as soon as possible, and also keep in mind that your rate will be good for 60 days. At least that's what they told me. The next thing is going to be that, hey, remember that the credit scores that are posted in all these promotional materials, including USSFCU, it's all reserved for the people who have the best credit scores. So keep that in mind. Your rate might look higher depending on your credit score. And let's say that you are someone who has a worse credit score. Well, I would still recommend maybe apply for USSFCU, because maybe compared to the competition, it might be higher than what's advertised, but it might still be lower compared to what the other guys give you. I just don't have that information. And the final caveat is that, look, I've read on Reddit that if you put a $0 down on your vehicle, you may end up getting a higher interest rate just because you might be seen as more risky. So if you're planning putting $0 down on your car, this may not be the best method for you. Again, I don't have enough evidence or data to prove this or disprove it. The next thing nobody talks about is car insurance. I totally forgot that when I was buying a car that my insurance rate would probably change. And with EV cars cost a lot more than gas cars to insure. Just to give you my story, I had Allstate insurance. We were gonna change out a Honda Accord with the Tesla Model Y Performance, And with the Honda Accord, we were paying $900 a year to insure. And they said if you want to switch that out with the Model Y Performance, your rate would go up to $1,400, $1,400 per year to insure. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? But I saved so much money with a significantly better car insurance plan through Costco. Yes, freaking Costco. Does Costco not do anything? I mean, they're incredible. They're awesome. Okay, so Costco doesn't provide insurance directly. They partner with various companies like for home mortgage loans, for vacation packages, and yes, home and auto insurance as well. The way you do this is you can Google Costco auto insurance and a page will come up, and they do it through a company called Connect. And you can apply on that page, and it's gonna ask you what kind of membership do you have. This is where it's a bit of an exclusive club because you do have to be a Costco member to apply for these special rates. You can go through Connect directly. I just don't know if you're gonna get the best rate. I don't know because I didn't test all these methods. Right now, of the two memberships, there's a regular membership and an executive membership. I am a fancier executive member because we shop there all the time. You get cash back when you shop there. So yeah, that's what we are. And so you might also get a better rate under the executive membership than you would on the non-executive membership. So some things to keep in mind. I know this one's a little bit more gated, right? But at this point, I feel like a lot of people have Costco memberships, so I didn't feel like it was as exclusive of a club. Or it's a lot easier to get in than having to work for the Senate or something like that, right? Just to show you how good of a deal this is, my policy with Connect is through Costco is as follows. I chose the maximum coverage for myself and other motorists in the car at $250,000/$500,000. My deductible, so that's upgraded. My deductible for accidents is $250, so it means that I pay a maximum of $250 before insurance covers the rest. This is the default number. My deductible for random incidents, though, is $100. This is upgraded. So if someone were to key my car or if my glass roof were to crack, which apparently happens from time to time, well, I would only pay $100 before the insurance covered the rest. So this is upgraded. The standard is $250. I have full tort, which is a Pennsylvania only thing. It means that I can sue the other driver for certain damages, whereas if I had limited tort, I would not be able to sue. With full tort, your plan is always more expensive than with limited tort. So again, that's an upgrade. And then I also applied for gap coverage as well. So gap coverage is basically that, hey, if you were to get into an accident and Elon Musk does something crazy with the Tesla Model Y prices again, and were to lower the price, then if something were to happen to your car, well, basically your insurance would pay out the difference between your car's value and the rest remaining on your loan, right? And I get this gap coverage for like $10 or $20 a year, $10 to $20 a year, which is crazy because USSFCU offers gap insurance, but they charge like $4,000. Okay, so for 3 years, this is what gap insurance, it cost me $10 to $20 a year. That's also upgraded, okay? And the total cost, right? Cost for my car, for the Tesla Model Y Performance, a little over $900. That is insane. That is the same amount that it cost me to insure my Honda Accord with Allstate. It's crazy, and it's a significantly better plan, all right? I'm just super excited about this. If I were to bundle my home insurance with my car insurance, then I could get an even lower price, and I plan to do this come time when it comes to renew my home insurance policy. So yeah, ridiculous. Costco is the best. Again, a couple caveats. I have a very good driving record, no accidents, no speeding tickets. I live in the state of Pennsylvania, which may always affect rates. And then finally, you should always shop around for rates, but consider Costco as one of your options, especially if you already have a membership. The next way to save money if you're buying a Tesla is to use a Tesla referral link. By doing so, you can save $500 to $1,000 off instantly, depending on which model you buy. And everybody, regardless of what model you're getting, gets 3 free months of full self-drive. The person who referred you gets 10,000 credits, which is enough for 3 months of free full self-drive or some supercharged credits. I'm gonna leave my link down below. If you like this video, if I'm providing value to you, please consider using it. Otherwise, buy your brother a beer or like and subscribe to this video or do all of the above. That really helps a lot, and I appreciate you guys. Everybody knows about the $7,500 EV tax credit, but not every EV is eligible for that. Well, here are some EV tax credits and rebates that every EV is eligible for, starting with the home charger tax credit. If you buy a level 2 home charger and you get that installed in your home, your main residence, Well, the government will give you a tax credit of 30% of the total cost for a maximum of $1,000. So that includes the charger that you buy, all the materials and labor and permits. If you submit Form 8911 when it comes to tax time, again, the government will give you 30% of that total cost back as tax credit. You gotta keep your receipts though, so make sure you don't lose that. Next up are incentives from your electric provider. Different electric providers all over the United States offer incentives for EV owners. Some states are significantly better than others. Here in Pennsylvania, we're not very EV friendly, so they kind of suck. Here in Pennsylvania, I get my electricity from a company called Pico. And Pico gives you a rebate, gives EV owners a $50 rebate for having an electric vehicle. Not great, but again, free money, right? A rebate is a check in the mail. You get it directly. I just got mine, but it's not the same. So it's worth Googling your electric company name plus EV rebate. The other electric provider in Pennsylvania is PPL, and they offer nothing. Next up are state-specific incentives and rebates. This might be more common knowledge, but the more and more I talk to people, especially because I have a Tesla and they ask me questions about it, the more and more they're surprised to hear that their state offers like EV rebates and stuff. And the way you find this out is you type in your state name plus EV rebates. So in my case, Pennsylvania EV rebates, search for the .gov page and then read carefully and thoroughly about the conditions and various rebates that they offer. Here in Pennsylvania, we're not very EV friendly, but you can still get a $2,000 to $3,000 rebate if you purchase an EV vehicle. If you go on the webpage, you realize that there are income requirements, and if you meet those, then you can get a $2,000 rebate, or if you're even lower on the income bracket, up to $3,000 rebate. Now, that's not the only condition. This is why you have to read critically and carefully. When you scroll down, you find out that it's only for the first like 500-ish people. And then if you scroll down further, you find out there's a third condition, which is that the final purchase price must be under $50,000. This is why it's very important that you read carefully. These aren't always the most well-written or efficient. I don't know why they didn't include it in the top, but anyways, if you qualify, $2,000 to $3,000 rebate is quite a bit of savings. Dan from the future here. I totally forgot about this money saving tip. You can drastically reduce your electricity bill for when charging your car at home using one of these two methods. Now, there might be more than these two, and it's possible that these two methods are not available where you're at, but the first method is by shopping around for the best electricity rates per kilowatt hour. And then the second method is by charging your car only during off-peak hours, so that again, the cost of electricity is significantly lower, reducing your electricity bill. So let's deep dive into the first one. So here in Pennsylvania, we have an electric distributor and an electric supplier. You cannot choose your distributor. For me, it's Pico. For other people, it's PPL. But we can choose our electric supplier, and the rates between suppliers can vary huge amounts, right? So you can save a ton of money by doing this. And even if you're not gonna get an EV, even if you're not gonna get a Tesla, it's definitely worth looking into, because the way these companies work is that they might give you a rate at one point, and then because people are naive, they don't realize they can shop around, they just, skyrocket the rate on you, and you get your bill and you're like, oh my God, we use so much electricity, and why is the bill so high? But then you pay it and then you go on your merry way, right? So it's definitely worth checking this out just in case, just to lower your electricity bill, even if you don't get an EV. All right, the second method is gonna be by charging a car during off-peak hours. Now, you can do this by researching your state, your locale, whatever, and seeing how much seeing if there are different electricity rates based on the time of day. And if there is, well, then you can charge your Tesla, you can plug it in manually during the off-peak hours, or you can go into the app and have it set so that it charges and stops charging in between the hours of off-peak hours. That way, everything is automated, you don't really have to do anything, and again, you're getting the best electricity rates for charging your car, again, reducing your electricity bill. The art is in the savings, my friends, and I really do hope I helped you save money on your EV purchase. Please consider using my Tesla referral link down below. Like and subscribe to the video if I helped you, if you found this video helpful. Until next time, stay honest.